What's going on, everybody? So in this video, we're talking about how to finally eat healthy. Jeez, this it's you know you need to eat it, but you're like, low-key tastes kind of fucking bad. I really don't want to put this in my body. So we could even start there with the physical reaction that when you think, okay, now I'm gonna cook, right? And it's gonna be healthy, right? And there's this kind of weird taste, right? Why is it? It's because you have been eating. You know what? I'll tell you a story first. When I was younger, and every time they would kill an animal at the ranch, right, which was grass finished, it only ate grass its whole entire life, we would eat it, and I would eat the meat, and I would think, like, it tastes kind of weird, right? I don't know, something weird about it. It's got a weird taste. Then, like McDonald's didn't have a weird taste to me, right? But fresh meat, that comes from a healthy cow who's happy, free range, moves all over the ranch, this meat tastes weird. So now, whatever 10, 20-ish years later, now when I do eat different and I started to eat clean, like healthy meat from a cow that was free range that only ate grass its entire life, it tasted weird to me, right? And you see, my palate was so accustomed to my palate was like, okay, this is what we eat. And then when I actually had something real, it tasted weird to me. So we've been eating such fake food for such a long time that all we know is fake food and all our body knows is fake food. And then when you eat real food, it's like, oh, it tastes kind of fucking weird. Well, no wonder. No wonder. So there's a few ways that I make food taste much, much better. One of them is making it with my hands and holding positive thoughts as I'm making it. Because, yo hola primo, saludos. Making it with your hands, you're transmuting energy, right? As you touch it, as you touch it. How do I know this? Because someone doesn't have to be looking at you. As long as they feel you, they know what your intention is. And whether you have a good intention, bad intention, you're trying to hurt them, you want to give love, you want to be affectionate, you want to be annoying, you can feel it. They don't even have to look at you, right? So that same way, having a positive intention as you're making your own food transmutes those beautiful thoughts onto your food, and then they recycle into you, right? Next, seasoning. You have to season your food. Lemon is great. Olive oil is great. Put some basil, put some pepper, put some pink Himalayan salt. Put a different spices, right? To add flavor to the vegetables. Because there's some vegetables that they have a high pH, right? High pH foods. So the pH, you want to have around 7.3. I'm gonna get a little bit more scientific here for the people who love the science behind it, right? There's a pH level. There's a 7.3 is where you want to be. Most of us are a lot below that, right? And that's because we only eat low pH foods, so we need to eat high pH foods as well to balance and bring us into the middle, right? So 7 is a base. 7 is like the neutral point. It's not really neutral, but it's like the neutral point in terms of pH, because pH is goes 7 this way, 7 this way, right? So 7 meets in the middle. You want to be slightly above the middle, right? Not too much. If you're too much above, it's like your body has to overcompensate, right? This is why some people who only eat high pH foods, that's actually damaging, because you actually need to eat some low pH foods to bring you down and keep you at a balance, right? The same thing with life. It can't just be bad shit. It can't just be good shit, right? When it's just bad shit, you're all the way down here. It's not balanced. When you're all the way, when you're over here, you're fucking high, right? It's not balanced, right? So you got to bring it into the middle, right? And the same thing for you. If you want to finally change the way that you're eating, you need to meet yourself in the middle. You need to say, okay, yeah, this is where I am. This is where I want to be, right? What's the middle here, right? It's compassion. It's understanding for yourself, knowing that it's going to take time, right? And that in itself is going to put you forward. So what does this mean? It means that thoughts are half the intention and then the action is the rest. So if your actions are wrong, you need to come back to your thoughts. You need to come back to your thoughts. Where in my thoughts am I ruining my own actions? Because you're fucking doing it to yourself, and you need to just accept that right now. And we can't continue this conversation until you agree, until you accept that for yourself. That at the end of the day, it's like nobody made you angry. Anger was your choice, was the strategy that you wanted to take. Nobody made you happy. Happiness was what came from you, right? That's how you chose to respond. You know that thing wasn't funny. It wasn't a funny joke. It was the way your body, you chose to laugh because you're responding. Yeah, that's how I want to respond. I want to respond with laughter. Oh, I want to respond with hate. Oh, it's like it's always your response. It's your own mind. It's your own choices. It's your own choices. It's your own choice. It's your choice. It's your choice. You always had the choice. This is what it means in the Bible when it says God made us in the reflection of him. People think it means that God looked like a human. No. God doesn't look like a human. Right? In the reflection, it's like we have free will just like God. You have free will just like God. You can choose what to do, and there's going to be a consequence. But as you do it, there's creation, right? Each action leads to a reaction, which leads to another action, which leads to a reaction. So it's just like you're moving like this. Woo, woo, woo. It's a spiral, right? Just like the universe. As it moves, the Milky Way, the Earth, as it's moving through space and time, it's doing like this. What moves like that as well? Your DNA. It's a double helix, right? Discovered by Francis and Watson Crick. So, you are the universe, right? You are God in itself, experiencing God. This candle right here is God, and I'm God experiencing this candle. And the fire inside is experiencing itself be fire. That is God experiencing itself as fire. I'm in this room. This room is God. God is everywhere. God is everything. That's what we call omnipresent. I know you've heard that. Omnipresent. Omnipresent. Everywhere. Well, this is everywhere. Where the fuck else is everywhere? Did y'all get it now? Well, I'm not mad. Just need to shock some people. Here's a fucking ego wake-up call. This is your ego wake-up call. Cut that shit. Cut the ego out. What is ego? Ego is I. I is separation. This is why we're so fucking disconnected from God, because we're so separate from it. With ego. So, how else? You have to remove, look, here's God, here's you. This is how people think. This is separation. How do you become one with God? Remove ego. How do you become one with God? Remove ego. I love how this started being like a food conversation, and then we took it into the mind. Woo! Everybody, have a great fucking rest of your day. Be the best. Forget the rest. Grab a copy of my book because you know you want to.